It's KQED News. I'm Natalia Navarro. The devastating wildfires in Los Angeles County have spurred an outpouring of volunteers and donations. Many of those relief efforts are coordinated by California Volunteers. That's the agency overseeing Service Corps in the state. On today's Political Breakdown, hosts Marisa Lagos and Scott Shafer are joined by Josh Fryday, California's Chief Service Officer and head of California Volunteers.
You've been on the ground quite a bit in Los Angeles. Can you just talk about where we're at, how the region is doing in terms of those fires?
They're devastating, and we've seen unprecedented damage to communities, not just of structures, of houses being burnt down, but whole communities, people losing their schools, their churches, their places of faith, and their communities. We're at a place right now where we've deployed unprecedented resources to control the fires, get the fires at a place where now they're no longer a current threat, and now we're focused very intently on how do we rebuild and how do we rebuild fast. And so that we're putting a lot of resources into that now. As you also mentioned, one of the things that we've seen that's just been unbelievable since the very beginning is how the community has come together and stepped up for each other.
And we want to get to that in a second, but from your perspective, do the state and local governments there have what they need to get through this period?
Yeah, Governor Newsom from the state level has deployed an unprecedented number of resources, everything from CAL FIRE to the National Guard to the California Service Corps, members who have been on the ground setting up shelters, supporting the food banks, working at the disaster resource centers from the very beginning. So we are putting everything towards this that we possibly can and more. The governor's been on the ground since the very beginning. He's asked members of the cabinet, including myself, to be there on the ground and to help manage and start to help people recover and rebuild.
I mean, you called this sort of outpouring of support, volunteer donations, unbelievable. Can you just talk a little bit about what you've seen in the last few weeks? Because I do think that's one silver lining of all of this is just how folks are coming together in LA and beyond.
Absolutely. Listen, we've seen in this incredible devastation just a unprecedented also level of support of people coming together, and it's been inspiring. It's the best of California. It's what we do. We support each other. We help each other. We serve each other. And I'll just share, on the second day I was on the ground after the fire started, I was at a YMCA distribution center that was practically overflowing with donations for victims of the fires. And there were literally volunteers lined out the door at 5:45 a.m. waiting for the door to open and ready to get to work at 6 a.m. And these were young people who were students at UCLA and other schools.